and welcome to today's brief discussion, and we take a look on the security audits and their relevance to the operations of multinational companies and organizations. With me is my colleague, Uday Bakhshi, and I'm Sitati Wasilwa. So APAC Assistance helps multinational companies and organizations to make better, timely operational risk management decisions. And one of the ways in which we do this is by conducting security audits. So perhaps, Uday, how do these security audits fit in the operations of multinationals?
Right. That's a good question, Sitati, and thanks for having me on here. So security audits are an integral part of security management, especially for high-value assets and critical infrastructure. Audits and periodic audits, they are in place to ensure that plans and protocols are functional and serve the required purpose, whatever that may be. Audits are also, critical to ensure that the integrity within internal security systems, like that the integrity is there. And this can get quite complex because this is often multifaceted in covering, physical, electronic, data, and other security. And audits become even more critical in high-risk locations because the threats or risks to a company's personnel, assets, or data, for example, are substantial. So it's important to do this. It's a way of, keeping your resilience up, essentially.
Yeah, definitely interesting. And probably a follow-up question to what you just highlighted. Perhaps, I think you may also want to go ahead and highlight some of the dynamics of audits that APAC Assistance has done.
Yeah, so we've done various type of audits from, data centers to events that span multiple days, to office locations and key critical sites and information hubs. So I mean, the audits that we do essentially by a third party, right? These help avoid internal inefficiencies and redundancies and other possible internal interests that may seek to project that things are all good. We come and help in doing more objective audits, and these are done through a rigorized and standardized process. So, it's without like any of the shortcuts, which is, where things have been interesting for me, at least personally, while I have done some of these audits. Like, for example, when I've gone to a client's contractors, there's always an interesting push and pull with the security team and I. And this is especially if the site has a central command center that's not on the premises. Like it's in other cities, for example. So as an auditor, I have the responsibility to test all the access controls to restricted areas, for instance. But the security teams have the tendency to say that, okay, you've tested this one, so all the others should be working fine also, because they find it a bit, I guess, annoying that, they'll have to deal with so many alerts and all of that, and just dealing with a longer audit. They just want to pack you up and, get everything check marked. So that's always an interesting dynamic, that little push or pull. But I mean, as I said, we are doing it as an objective third party, and there's really no shortcuts. And so at the end of the day, I have to say, no, I have to check the next door. I have to check the next door. And so that's a little bit about, some of the audits that we've done and some of the dynamics of it. Sitati?
Yeah, that has definitely been, you've elaborated that very, very well. And I think for companies or multinationals specifically, which may be in need of, having security audits or supports on that end, then they should not hesitate to contact APAC Assistance. We will definitely help them to improve on the security audits. Otherwise, that marks the end of our discussion today. Thank you.
Thanks.